This is Brandon from Lakeside Survival. I wanted to talk today about the implications of flint and steel. And when many think about flint and steel in a traditional manner, they typically drift towards more of a ferrocerium rod. Here I got one. I got a unique knife setup that, let me get it focused there, that has a ferrocerium rod, if I can get it out, in the handle, and strikes quite well. But I wanted to talk about the traditional means that has been used way longer than that of a ferrocerium rod. It is also more durable and more reliable overall. Maybe harder to start a fire with, but it has pros and cons. So, clearly, it's primitive. Not quite primitive, but rustic, I'll give it that. And how the simple system works is that it is made out of high carbon steel, and you use a piece of hard, say flint or chert or quartzite, that works well, and you, let's see if I get one here. Looking bad on camera, man. But you can strike a spark out of it. There we go. We're starting to get some sparks. I think I need a sharper piece of flint. Alright, maybe right here. But, let's try this one. Some pieces work better than others. The sharper the better, really. You can't go too sharp. Well, I guess you could. It'll break off, but there we go. Some better sparks out of this one. I definitely don't claim to be the best. I just claim to be able to make a spark on a couple of attempts. And that's all you need is one spark. So, I don't know if the camera's picking them up, but I'm getting a few sparks going there. There we go. But how you use the flint and steel is, a lot of people, when they're thinking flint and steel, they're trying to like bash it up against it, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to more or less drag it down with pressure, and you got to do it at pretty good speed to get a spark out of it. So let's see here. Kind of hard with the camera, but we'll try. Oh, we got something caught in my glove. Camera's not really wanting to pick them up, but they're happening. But, see, I got a little miniature kit here, and in it I have my flint and steel, my high carbon steel, and throws a pretty good spark. There's better out there, but this one works well. And then I've got a few different varieties of material. I've got some, I think this is like gun musket flint or something, and you know, some lower quality stuff. And in here we have some mahogany obsidian stuff. Performs okay. And then here we just have some standard obsidian, but really sharp stuff, by the way. So, well, understanding how to make the spark is different than understanding how to actually light the spark. That can be quite a bit different. And I just dropped my flint in the snow. It is very delicate water, so you don't want to use wet material because you're not working with a lot of spark to begin with. Be mindful of that. But I've made a little Altoids tin here, and it's not water resistant or anything, it's just helped a little bit. And what I did is I threw it in the fire and hit it out with a hammer, kind of giving it like a domed kind of effect, maybe a little bit. Sorry, it's cold, I'm shaking a little bit. And then I cut out some cardboard here at the bottom. And you see here at the bottom is where I keep the precious char cloth. Now, char cloth is simply some 100% cotton. I'm sure personally it's 100% cotton rag that has been put in an Altoids tin, this exact Altoids tin, and then put in the fire. Now, I'll do another video later on how to make char cloth. That's just the basic of what it is. And it basically just becomes near pure carbon, which is highly flammable. So you want to take a little piece of it off there. The better you are, the smaller piece you can use. I'm not very good, so I'm going to use a pretty good sizable piece. But no harm in that. Now we're not going to make a true fire here. We're just going to throw a spark on it and watch it smolder. Getting a fire from the smolder is quite a bit easier than trying to throw the spark itself. So let's throw some spark on this bad boy. Oh, come on now. See, the wind's fighting me. Oh, there we go. We got one on there. See, now the wind was blowing the sparks out this way, and not onto the charcoal, so I could have moved my orientation. It lit a little faster, but as you see now, we have a good smolder that is trying to burn my hands. Get back here. But stuff burns really well. Get a little smolder, burnt myself. As you see, the stuff performs quite well. The flint, it'll last a long time. You just got to keep it sharp. Like I said, the sharper the better. You can have it too sharp and we'll start breaking. Like this stuff is really, really thin. And it'll throw a good spark compared to the other pieces. But it is really, really thin, so it tends to break. As you can see, it's all chipped to heck and back. Started out with pretty much straight edges, so yeah. But pieces like this, I don't know if I can even get a spark on this. But it's pretty sharp. It's flaking a lot, which is no bueno. But it is what it is. Now, Flint and Steel here, that has been used far longer than matches and obviously lighters and ferrocerium rods. So, I mean, there's records of these things being found Roman era. Pretty cool looking, might I add. You might want to look them up. But this one's just simple, traditional style. Now, what you're really doing when you're making a spark here is that you're throwing the spark when you're making a spark here. Is that you're shaving, basically giving it a nice shave. You're just shaving it along. And that friction of this super hard material right here and this metal, that is what makes the spark. And when it chips off a piece of the metal, that comes off super hot and it'll light up your char cloth or your char fungus or whatever you choose to use. So, quite nice. This stuff's durable. I've left this out. As you can tell, it's kind of rusty and corroded. It started out nice and shiny. But what it is that you can throw it out in the snow, which is exactly what has happened to it, and forget about it. Wink, wink. But totally not speaking from experience. And then you can simply rub some sandpaper over it and just clean off the area where you need. And this is all the area that I need to start the spark. So overall, Flint and Steel, useful survival tool right here, man. Good stuff. Always, well, not always, but it'll typically get you some pretty good fires going if you can get a spark, which I'm struggling with today. Thank you. Might be chipping it too much. Oop. But that is overall. Now, once you've gotten your spark onto your char cloth here, what you do is that you find dry material and throw it up into a bird's nest, and like grass and stuff over here that I could use. But see, we're not lighting a fire today. I'm just giving a little demonstration. But what I like to carry, because dry materials can be pretty hard to find that are fine and easy to burn. You know, like barks and stuff, like shagbark hickory. It works decent. And mix it with some grass and some dried fibers. But it's always good to have a backup plan. You're not always going to find your natural material. There's probably about 2 small bird's nests in this, and this is just simple natural jute twine. I don't know how many feet. I just kind of, as you can tell, wrapped it and globbed it up. But that is how you do it. You rub it up, put it in there, and blow, man. Get a fire going. Some of them. But this dude has got hundreds of thousands. So, very nice. And you can find natural materials. You don't have to pack them around. I won't throw that on the charcoal off, but you don't have to pack them around. Like, you can chilling out in the riverbed and find flint and quartz. Quartz will throw a good spark. I don't have any on me, or I'd show you, but I'll play with it a little bit. Playing with fire, man. But yeah, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. I guess that this is a learning experience for me too, really. Yeah, I played with it a little bit, but I ordered it online for $10, the kit, and it came with this and a piece of flint. And I've been doing my own stuff, finding some stuff. I bought this stuff online, but finding some stuff and just playing around with it. And I've been using it for about, I don't know, 5 months now. And, you know, really nice. Really nice. I like it. It's in my backpack now when we go camping and stuff. Some bushcraft outings. Makes for a good time. It's an interesting way to start a fire. And it's really, really useful. You see it's got like a little crack there. But, yeah. I hope this helped you. And it certainly is a learning experience for me.